How you doing, YouTube? Just got back from watching the LockDown pay-per-view at a local theater here on James Island, where I call home. And I thought it was a pretty solid pay-per-view. Some good matches, a couple that, you know, but I mean, overall, it was a solid pay-per-view. ODB and Eric Young, even still, have retained their Knockouts titles, tag titles. Why am I still saying that? Let's see. Devon beat Robbie E in a relatively short match, and Devon is still the TV champion. Very cool. Gail Kim is still, and I'm sure that Fool Killer 99 is going to agree with me, the right woman won. Gail Kim is still the Knockouts champion. Thank goodness. Let's see what else. The Lethal Lockdown match. It started the pay-per-view. Interesting. But it was a really good match. Garrett Bischoff was the first man out for his team. And Gunner, no surprise there, was the first man out for his dad's team. And Garrett, to his credit, took every beating that they gave him and took it like a man. He got beat up, you know. So, multiple kendo shots and just chops and so much. And he took it, you know, and he actually wasn't being coddled, and I was happy about that. So, good moment on the spot that I loved. Kazarian, AJ Styles, roof lowered. Excuse me. And Kazarian's going hand over hand with AJ chasing him. AJ knocks Kaz off of the roof of the cage. Kaz, you know, bumps. AJ drops an elbow right on Kaz. Ow! That couldn't have felt good. I don't care what anyone else says. Magnus and Samoa Joe are still the tag team champions. They defeated the Motor City Machine Guns, and I think the Guns need to work a little bit more on what they were on their tag team, you know, moves and maneuvers. And they seemed a little off, but you know, rust, and I'm sure because Saban's been gone for. Chris Saban was gone for what, close to a year? So, this one, Magnus had drilled Shelley with a Michinoku driver, and then Samoa Joe, who had Saban on his back, does a senton with Saban still on his back, hit Shelley. That was just wow. Damn. But Magnus and Samoa Joe won. Again, very cool. I was happy about that. I like both teams. So Bobby Roode won because James Storm super kicked him off out of the door. He landed outside. So Storm cost himself the match by super kicking Bobby Roode. Something tells me I'm sure Bobby Roode's going to have something to say about that, and I would be surprised if he didn't. Let's see what else. Matt Morgan and Crimson. Crimson won, but it was not so much that Crimson won, it was just what he did before he won. He knocked both, he and Matt Morgan were standing on the top rope, and Crimson knocks him off. Matt Morgan, you know, goes crotch first into the top rope. Ow! Falls down, and his leg gets caught in the rope between the, I think it's the first and second rope. And Crimson looks down, and we're thinking, my friends and I were thinking, oh yeah, he's going to drop an elbow, do something. And I guess it's just light up, climbs out of the ring. I was like, that's great. Just the look on his face was great. Oh yeah, I'm done. I'll have to come down and fight you. I'm done. I'm going. Bye. But you know, overall, it was a pretty solid pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. And watching it in the theater is a bit different. You know, it's not like going to a bar or watching it at home. The sound levels are a bit different, and the video was glitchy. I mean, really glitchy. But I mean, overall, it was a pretty good one. Hogan and Flair had a small little interlude when they were trying to kill some time, and thankfully that was just, it wasn't that long, thankfully. Although Flair did his usual like freak out bit. Of course we knew that was coming, but you know, it was a time killer, but thank goodness it didn't stretch on for too long. And well, I enjoyed it. So be back later again. You know, again we'll be talking about something else, I'm sure. Oh, any of my friends, my fellow wrestling fans, if you're here in Charleston, please go to the OSCW show a week from today, the 22nd, and it's going to be at the Market Street Saloon in North Charleston by the Northwoods Mall. I'm not getting paid for this. I just want to, you know, promote from a wrestling company, a wrestling promotion I really like. Robbie E. from TNA and ECW original Axel Rotten will be there, and I think it's going to be a great show. I'm going. I know a couple of my friends are, so hopefully if you're from Charleston, you see this, you're going to go. So till then, everybody have a safe night, peace, and till next time.